Okay, welcome back. It's still Channel Sport this morning. And a bit of a correction, Sunshine Stars are right now actually 14th on the log. So you'd say they're starting to move away gradually from the relegation zone. Badakitsune Johnson joins us on the show now to talk about a lot. Arsenal, today is that crucial meeting, board meeting, right? We'll talk about Wolfsburg as well too. They survived the relegation. Let's talk about the Nigerian professional football league. But what do you really want to talk about right now?
Well, the Arsenal situation, or the Arsene Wenger situation, is an interesting one because he's finished a disappointing season on a high. Okay. Arsenal have finished for the first time under his reign outside of the top four, but they've gone on to win the FA Cup, beating City in the semi-finals and Chelsea in the finals. Based on their form in the latter part of the season, you'd have thought that they stood no chance against those two teams. Okay. But since he reverted to that three central defender system and two wing-backs bombing forward, Arsenal have only lost 1 in 10 games. Won all the rest of them, only lost to Spurs. So it's sort of divided the supporters. Some are saying, okay, maybe he's found the formula. Maybe he deserves another season, especially because he won the FA Cup and became the record, the manager with the record number of wins. 7 times. 7 times, okay. As well as pushing the club to become the all-time, highest winners of the competition. So maybe he's bought himself another season. But the larger majority of the fan base is saying, Arsene Wenger, thanks, but no thanks. Okay. I think it's time to go.
Okay.
I just wanted to get something out of it.
That's what you wanted to get, right?
Before we go back and
Nigerian professional football league. Yeah. There you have the game there. I mean, the way it all pans out, the way it's ended and everything and all that. But then,
you have to give him credit, though.
Let's give him some credit, because if you have a team that could beat Manchester City and Chelsea towards the end of the season, that their performance was awful, then you can say they won double trophy there.
And it wasn't a smash and grab. They totally outplayed Chelsea in this game.
They did. I mean, they were dominant from the first whistle. They kept the ball well. Yep. They hurried and harried Chelsea in possession. Chelsea hardly ever got a sniff. Players like Hazard were taken completely out of the game.
Correct.
Xhaka was running things in the middle of the park. Alexis was a menace. Danny Welbeck played one of the best games he's played in an Arsenal jersey. Arsenal looked very fluid, very fluent. And now the key thing, people ask, what's the difference between playing this so-called system that he's switched to and the 4-4-2 that Arsenal normally would play? The difference is that when Arsenal don't have the ball, they look very vulnerable, especially when the attacks break down. So they don't have numbers back defending, and they concede a lot of goals on the breakaway. Now you have 3 defenders who give you that assurance of having numbers back when you lose the ball. So rather than the 2 central defenders going wide to try and snuff out the danger and leaving gaps in the middle. If you remember Barcelona last season in the Champions League, the goals, Messi and Neymar were just trolling down the middle because they pulled Mertesacker and Koscielny wide and played the ball through the middle and easy tapping. Now you've got 3 defenders, you've got the assurance always there. And when they lose the ball, they'll pick it up, and you've got Granit Xhaka, who's also got a great engine. He can mark, can tackle. So it just seems like the system was tailor-made for Arsenal, and they did it against the team that was much doubted to have perfected the system in that final. So they sort of beat Chelsea at their own game. And it was just so brilliant to watch.
Okay,
it just shows he was ready to change. He's a changed man now.
Come on, they are tired. I mean, today board meeting, who knows what's going to happen? Is he going to get an extension or not? We just wait. By the end of the day, we should know if he's staying or not. Now talk about Nigerian professional. Go back to Nigerian professional football league now. The game between Nasarawa United and Wiki Tourists. That was a tough one for Nasarawa, but then somehow they were able to win that game by 2-0. But the story is, the coach of Wiki Tourists is saying, look, he understands that he inherited good players and all that. The way they finished last season was superb, but this season, somehow, players always have a way of, feeling so comfortable, having played a fantastic game a season before. But right now, if you check the position of Wiki Tourists, is really down, not 18th. Something 18th position, so not something they really want to keep on and see. But then let's listen to the coach of Nasarawa United, how happy he was when they won the game, and also Wiki Tourists, the coach who is not happy with the performance of his players.
As far as the league is concerned, there's no small team again. Every team is either looking for up or is looking towards down. on our target, we have a target, although the people will look at it and see it's not possible. But we believe in God and we believe in ourselves. We believe in what we can do, that, yes, we want to achieve something at the end of the season. Although we may not play well, what most matter today is that 3 points. No matter how, this is the second starter, that little break has, I think, he has reduced the strength of all teams, except the team that is playing the continent. But with gradually, everybody is picking up.
They got that goal, and we tried to come out to see if we can equalize until that second goal came. So automatically, gradually, they weren't in the game. That goal brought them into the game, and they begin to play. And by so doing, and our team begin to go down a little bit. Until second half, we tried to see how we can push. And we came on board and met very good players and very good team. But I must tell you one thing, that is the fact that our local players are easily carried away with success. You can see happening to us, Rangers, all of them. Last season it happens to even Aqua. I think it's a general problem we're having, because when they have that kind of thing, they believe they have gotten to a level instead of working harder to sustain it. So in my team, I don't think it's because of the exit of the coach, because we didn't lose most of the players. I think it's a thing of a mentality about them. And we're trying to see how we can tune them back to know the importance of them to keep up a standard. So that issue, and it becomes a problem. You can see how our management is being dissolved and stuff like that. So that issues could be part of it.
Yeah, the players better wake up, because the position is not cool. It's not good at all. Let's move back to, move forward to the Spanish La Liga, where you have Barcelona having a new coach. Now, but people have been talking about Barcelona team, that anybody can actually coach that team. Do you subscribe to that?
That's not true. My experience has taught us rather that it's a myth. Tata Martino, famously having coached big teams in South America, was actually even recommended to the Barcelona setup by Leo Messi, because he thought that Tata Martino had all the ingredients to make a good Barcelona coach, but it didn't work for him. Some of the experimentation that he carried out didn't go down well with the players. End of the season, he was fired because they finished second in the league, and of course they didn't win in Europe.
He had to go.
He had to go.
Yeah.
So when people say anybody can coach Barcelona, they take it from the point of view of, okay, Pep Guardiola had no coaching pedigree. He was Barcelona big manager before he was promoted, and he was so successful, won 16 trophies in 4 seasons, something incredible like that. Luis Enrique was almost a failure at Roma and Celta Vigo, but then took over and won 9 trophies, I think, in 3 seasons. Back-to-back doubles. Yeah. So that's to tell you that there probably is something in the DNA of these people who were part and parcel of the Barcelona setup. Okay. They were ex-Barcelona players who coached in the junior ranks, understand the philosophy of the team, understand the players coming through from La Masia and how they must play the Barcelona way. So it's not plug and play. It's not automatic that you go get a top manager from somewhere and it works. Experience has taught us that isn't true. So they've got to be very careful in choosing a manager. That manager has to have the Barcelona DNA, has to be able to get them playing in the Barcelona way. Okay. That is very, very important.
Right? Now you said something about the top manager out there. Ernesto Valverde is not exactly the biggest name out there. So let's just have a look at his managerial profile. I mean, he's 53 years old and he's from Spain. He used to play for Barcelona as well, to his former clubs, Athletic Bilbao, Valencia, Olympiacos, Villarreal, Espanyol, Bilbao Athletic. That's the youth team of Athletic Bilbao. So this guy is okay. Let's move on to his managerial titles now. And he's won. The times he's won he's been in Greece. Okay, coach of Olympiacos, he won the title. That's the Greek league 3 times. He won the Greek Cup just once, and the Spanish Super Cup back with Bilbao once as well. So you'd say, going through his profile and what he's been able to achieve.
So you look at the clubs as coach: Valencia, Villarreal, Atletico Bilbao. Those are teams that play very watchable football. great movement, great fluidity in their play. They like to dominate the ball. They like to, stay on top of the opposition. They like to press the ball as well, which are key ingredients of the Barcelona game. So, trust me, the Barcelona setup has looked at Ernesto Valverde very well, and they found that he, is cut from the same fabric.